about it. Man, it's been quite an interesting day, to say the least. It's been a very interesting day. Now, I don't get in all of the distribution of the videos and all of that stuff, but I will say this. This that realness right here. Now, Dez Bryant was sitting down doing an interview. I don't know who was with him, but he wanted to speak his piece for the first time. And he was saying, Jamel Hill, Kaepernick, and all these people, they backed this narrative of Kaepernick, and he loved the fact that Kaepernick brought the awareness. But he's not seeing the action. He's not seeing the work in the community. Dez Bryant had to he was putting in the work in the communities. Dez Bryant was doing all these things, but he was ostracized by people like Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe. But I agreed with what Shannon Sharpe was saying. And the reason I agree with what Shannon was saying, because he was doing it from a performance base. He wasn't calling Dez a bum, or he's washed up, or he couldn't play football. He was just saying between the numbers, because he actually played the game. Dez, you're not good. You're not doing a good job, son. And he basically broke it all down to Dez, what he was doing wrong on the routes. And he can't get off the line in the correct way as a wide receiver. Now, this is why he was having an effect on his game. Dez believed it was more injury-based, because when he was healthy, he was getting all these catches and making all this money, and that's why he got the big contract. But all of these other journalists, like Stephen A. Smith, badgered the poor guy. With all this propaganda, selective, meaningless information. I mean, Dez Bryant, he just can't play. I mean, every time the ball comes near Dez Bryant, it's like he just doesn't want it. It's like, huh? It's artificial garbage you just throwing out there. He looks as if he doesn't want it. You know, the guy can't play. Now, they don't realize that all of these things, you're helping the company. But Stephen A. is a company man. So they go out their way to embarrass Dez Bryant as if he was the reason the Dallas Cowboys wasn't winning. It was because of Dez. Tony Romo had Dez, and Tony would have won if it wasn't for Dez. How many pick sixes Tony threw to end the Cowboys season? Trying to force the ball to win. How many years the Cowboys underachieved because of Tony Romo? Tony Romo can date Jessica Simpson, and she gets blamed for him playing bad. She understands. She's the reason Tony's all messed up. So now Tony gets rid of her, and he still can't get the job done. But it's never Tony Romo's fault. Now it's Dez Bryant's fault. Dez Bryant became the whipping boy for the Dallas Cowboys. Before it was Terrell Owens, then it went over to Dez Bryant. Now he's only known for the Dez Bryant catch in Green Bay when they had the great season that came to an end against Green Bay. This man said he reached out to Kaepernick, and Kaepernick did not respond to him. He wanted some answers from Kaepernick. And I guess Cap felt he was too big to respond to Dez Bryant. Because Dez said, he my brother, I love him, but I just think that, he brought us some awareness, but I don't see the work. Not seeing it. So Jamel comes in and says, well, I think you're part of the problem. You're spreading misinformation. He is part of a CPAC, a SPAC program that another one that raised $300 million and all this stuff. So you need to, and he was like, look, I'm a product of the hate of the internet, and I'm not seeing the work in the communities. I reached out to this man, the man did not respond. So I don't know what's going on that side, but I'm not seeing it. If he's really done all these things and put him all to work, then where's the work? Where? That's on paper in front of you, but where's the work? We looking at the communities. We don't see no Kaepernick. I see him in a commercial. So Kaepernick is now saying what we've been saying since 2016. But funny, we're the ones that's crazy and everybody else is making sense and we just hating on everybody. Okay. We'll go with y'all narrative. Y'all win. We just hating on everybody. Hit the like button. Now, here's what I don't understand, and maybe y'all can clear it up for me. If Dez Bryant is wrong, why ain't everybody running to Kaepernick's aid? Why is everybody not paying attention to the fact Cap took a deal? Why is it that all these other people who went to bat for Cap didn't stick up for none of them? He's just like, well, Cap just brought awareness to it. Like, that was his job. He just brought awareness. It's for everybody else to do something. So it's okay for him to just talk it and then step away and walk off to the side. That's cool. If that's what you're saying, Cap's job is, then cool. That's where we'll leave it. But stop trying to play a Black Panther, pick your fro out like you Angela Davis or somebody, and walk around here pretending you're something you're not. And I think Dez Bryant is trying to say that, and here come the liberals trying to take him apart. And boy, did that bulldog Jamel Hill come right out. Isn't she? Defending Cap. Like Cap ain't a grown man. He's a man. He can speak up for himself. Dez Bryant tried to speak to him as a man. He wanted some answers. He didn't attack Cap. He went at Cap like, man, I need to talk to you. And as a man, he just sat quiet because he was scared. The liberal said, don't respond. It could be a trap. Meanwhile, the media has been dragging Dez Bryant's name through the mud. So yeah, he don't trust media. He don't trust none of you. Like he said, I don't trust the media. He don't. Yeah, it is what it is, man. There's a lot of people in the world, a lot of people in the game, period. And they bore me. But Jamel Hill and all these other people, Stephen A. Smith and all that, they kept Dez Bryant's name in the media. Any play Dez made or he dropped the ball, it was amplified. Witten was never to blame. Jason Witten was never to blame. Ultimately, the problem was the coach, right? Jason Garrett. Y'all was supposed to have Sean Payton as the coach, but Sean Payton wanted to be in charge more of personnel. Garrett was okay with playing with whatever was dealt to him. That was that. Granted, don't forget to hit the like button, good people. Granted, I know everybody people got their likes. Okay? You got your likes and dislikes. We get it. We totally get it. You got things that you like, things that you dislike. But this is what I'm talking about in this situation. In this prime situation, you have a scenario that has reared its ugly head. And that situation is this. Okay? When you create these narratives, you are affecting their future revenues of all of these players. All of the public response to the people who are doing the negotiations, the agents, they're going to just see that and be like, man, his stock is falling. All based off performance and other things. Dez was looked at as a bad locker room guy based off all these things that happened. Dez Bryant, bad locker room guy. Same thing we spoke about. Nobody wanted to touch Dez, right? I ain't gonna say Dez was ideal student and ideal person and all this. Dez Bryant was unmotivated, egotistical, all about me, attitude. Now, things flipping around a little bit. Things ain't always the same anymore. Dez has gotten older. He's matured now. He realizes he's 31. I think he's 31. I don't know. But he's in his 30s now. When you get to that age, you start looking around going, man, where did the time go? And he still think like, I got some NFL left in me. I got a little NFL left. But they looking at it like, no, you don't. And he felt like other teams would have been interested in him and would have picked him up if all this talk and chitter chatter about he's lazy, he don't want to practice, he's a prima donna, if all this stuff wasn't said about Dez, he would have gotten another deal. And I believe him. You see, Dez remind me a little bit of Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn just played the game. The same thing with Keyshawn. Keyshawn did not have speed, so he became a possession receiver. And he was one of the best when he became a possession receiver. And for those who don't know what that is, that's just a receiver that just catches the ball when it's thrown to him. They don't really get yards after the catch. They normally just get tackled. That's funny because about that day, I was just thinking about it. My cousin, we were playing football. I remember the ball got kicked to him. It's funny. He didn't know what he was doing. But he wanted to play so bad. Yeah. I think he made the team though in high school. It was only for a couple of weeks. What's up, Dow G? They too up and down. They the most up and down team I've ever seen in my life. The Bills. So Dez was speaking out of pain when he was talking. He was taking his own experience and was like, all these people lost their jobs and Cap didn't even speak up for none of them. It was always about him. These people sacrificed their jobs. They risked something while he's sitting back on tens of millions of dollars. The liberal people still using him for everything in the world. I know I ain't watching that damn documentary. He can kiss my ass. I don't stand with no Kaepernick. Never did when he came out in 2016. Don't now. We was over here talking about real things. About Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street. The three oldest living people, they're 103 years old, 102 years old, 100 years old. They remember what happened in the town. And they was traumatized by it. They suing to try to get their reparations for what happened. You know, real discussions that's going to be on the Patreon. That's what we was all about. We was trying to get all that done for you today. Restitutions, reparations, whatever. Get them people their money. You owe more than money, you owe blood. They flew planes over their land and dropped bombs. So I don't care how old they are, give them their money. A lot of them were children when that incident happened. Man, it's brutal. Now Jamel Hill's trying to defend Cap. And she keep trying to make it look like he's crazy. He's the crazy one. He's the one that ain't making no sense. Good old Cap. Cap crazy. That's all that's wrong. He crazy. Sorry. Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
So this the day you finna do it all, huh?
Trying.
Okay.
I'll get you done latest by Monday. If they're running, because I just got the back to finish up here.
Okay.
Shouldn't take me too much longer.
So you said you're gonna do this on Monday now?
I'm get to it hopefully today. Because I just got the back left, the power wash, and they're done.
You're power washing now?
Huh?
You power wash?
I've been power washing.
Okay. All right.
And I'll get y'all taken care of. Get all these weeds out of here. They're going, like right here, weeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I'll get you done.
All right. Cool.
This just took a little longer than expected because of geometry, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's cool. Now, in case y'all just got here, let me explain to y'all what happened. Dez Bryant spoke his mind. And he spoke for the first time because nobody would really put him on the platform except for the badge of this man. All right, Tia. I see you on an internet party. I see you on the internet party.
Internet party.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, a party chat up there. Oh, that's the TV? So you feel like going outside today?
To do what?
I don't know. You can go gamble, do whatever.
We could gamble, yeah. Hold on, I got.
All right, well, just let me know. I'll be
What
down
time
here.
are you trying to leave?
We can leave in about when you want to leave. We leave in about 30 minutes, an hour, because Mom said she ain't gonna be here till at least 6 or 7. Well, here's the thing. Dez Bryant spoke his mind. And when he spoke his mind, that's just not what they want to hear. They want somebody to toe the line. And he's saying, hey, Kaepernick, he give him credit for the awareness, but he's not seeing the work. And I understood that. He wasn't seeing the work. And he just wanted to ask questions. And like we always said, when you ask some questions around here, that's not normally abundant. When you ask questions, you are a danger to them. They don't like anybody asking questions. So Jamel Hill jumps up and she want to start talking and want to run off at the mouth because he's saying you doing all this wolfing, but we ain't seeing none of that work. Now Dez Bryant been putting in work in the communities when he was there, showing up just like Kwame was doing. But Stephen A. Smith was always bashing Dez Bryant. Everything was Dez Bryant's fault. When Tony Romo was throwing those interceptions, it was Dez Bryant's fault. Everything was happening, it was Dez. Witten can't get a yard after a catch, but it was never Witten's fault. The defense couldn't stop a damn cold. Couldn't stop a runny nose, but it was Dez Bryant's fault. And they blamed him every week. And they doing him the same way they did Kwame. And it messed with him mentally. He didn't want to talk to nobody. He didn't want to talk to you. He ain't like, I don't want to talk to you. What would I want to talk to you for? He ain't trusted. They was like, come sit on my show. Come on, come sit on my platform. Dez was like, man, the hell with y'all. Because if you wanted to do that, you should have did that the first time around. Should have did it the first time around. See, he didn't have no YouTube. He just used his Twitter account. See, that's all he did. No, he is very articulate. You see, that's the problem that a lot of you don't understand. He was speaking his mind, and he refused to go along with the program. I understood everything he said. Y'all took it, and everybody want to run with it because he ain't going with the go along, get along game.
I respect Colin Kaepernick, but there's one thing that I don't respect, and I opportunity and to get on the stage to say it, I would say it, and I love him to death. So it ain't no hate or nothing like that. But brother, you had the biggest opportunity in the world to create jobs, build jobs, give jobs to people. The people that you was talking about, the people that you so-called standing up for, the people who stood beside you, the people who lost their jobs because of you. Where you at? I ain't heard from you. He brought the awareness, and that's why I respect him. What's the call to action? There wasn't one. There was no call to action.
Yeah, there was no call to action. Exactly. Where was the call to action? Like I told you, all these people lost their jobs. Where is Cap? He shut up and made his money. Oh. Oh, you knew she was gonna run her mouth. Jamel Hill had to come out. That's a grown man. He could speak for himself. Yep, so yeah. Well, that's what happens when they all get caught up in themselves and they get exposed. Mm-hmm. They always start off with that, and they always start off with that with all due respect. Whenever they say all due respect, they finna come with disrespect. With all due respect, Dez Bryant, this is uninformed. Colin Kaepernick created a publishing company, a SPAC, that's raising $300 million for social justice initiatives and a production company, etc. On top of founding the Know Your Rights camp. I don't get the point of dragging his name. And what Dez said, I'm a product of media hate, so I get it. Jamel Hill, you could have called me and got a better understanding of what I was saying, but you have your own motive. Reached out to Cap for years and no response. Raising 300 million would be easy if we had unity amongst the athletes. You see that? See, nobody want to talk about the real issue. It's what he was talking about. Why is these athletes so divided? Why are you going along with this agenda? And two men was talking. He was trying to talk to another man. That mean, why did you have to jump in that like that? I'm quite sure Kaepernick knows how to defend himself. So, I mean, he brought up a point. All those people lost their job for you, Cap? Huh? What's up with that? Yeah, it's crazy. But it's more of what we already expected. Who lost their jobs? Countless NFL players who took knees lost their job backing up Cap. With his $300 million raised, how many of those went to those families who lost their careers? Or those players who lost their careers following behind him? You want to go outside? Come on. Come on. Let's go. Hold on. Slow your roll. We going. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go walking. So, I'll holler at y'all later.